Hello, I'm Seema and welcome to my live. So let us bring chemistry out of the books and into real life. Uh, we see that chemistry is all around us. Take a look around you wherever you are sitting. Just give a look to everything around you and try to relate to the chemistry of the things around you. You know, I have always felt that chemistry or any subject that you study should not just be a subject that you study to clear your exams. It should be something that you have a passion for. It should be something that makes you feel related to life as such. So, I would suggest that you just bring that chemistry out of the books and bring it to everything around you. And not just chemistry, do it with all other subjects, but I'm going to talk about chemistry. So take a look that you see the plants. The plants, they are made up of chemicals. They are green in color, you know, due to a pigment called chlorophyll. And the flowers are different colors due to different chemicals again. The stem has a different composition. There are so many chemicals that make the plants around us. And not just the plants. If you see anything, if you see the couch, if you see the seat I'm sitting on, the table you're sitting on, or anything, the floor, the walls, everything is made up of certain chemicals, the earth, the universe. So if you start taking a little interest in everything that is there around you and you start paying attention to the chemistry of it, you find that the subject is really a thrilling subject. It's not supposed to be a dull subject. It's not supposed to be a drab subject. It is supposed to ignite a feeling of love for everything, to know what is there around you. We know that our body is made up of chemicals. Thousands, many thousands of chemicals. And there are so many chemical processes that are going on inside our body. The food we eat, that is that also is so many different chemicals. And when we eat the food and it enters our body, it starts reacting with the body and the composition starts changing. And when the composition starts changing, the food is kind of absorbed, assimilated. And once the composition of the food and the body changes, because the food then converts into the body, and both of them combine together, and either we grow, or it results in sustaining our life, or it just turns into the different tissue that we have, or it turns into the energy that we are using to do our work or to exist. So we find that the chemistry of food around you, the chemistry of your body, if you just pay attention to it, how the chemistry of your hair is different from the chemistry of your skin, it is different from the chemistry of your teeth. So just try to look at things and try to go into it. What kind of stuff is it? What is the nature of the chemical? Let us say you are suffering from acidity. And if you're suffering from acidity, what does your mom say? Nimbu pani piyo. Drink nimbu pani. So anyone knows that if you have nimbu pani, you are going to be, you'll feel better with your acidity. It'll neutralize your acid. And it's really strange because nimbu, that is lemon, is acidic in nature. And since it is acidic in nature, how does nimbu pani help us with our acidity? Why do we start feeling better with it? Have you ever thought of the chemistry behind the nimbu pani? The acid in the lemon, you add sugar to it when you're making the nimbu pani or the lemonade. And when you add sugar to it, the lemon, which is acidic in nature, has the COOH group in it. And the sugar that you have, add to it, sugar, if you look at the molecule of sugar, it has OH groups, alcoholic groups in it. So when the acidic group and the alcoholic group combines together, what do you get? You get a fruity ester. And when you get a fruity ester, oh yeah, I just read one comment. You do see my dogs there. So you get the taste of a fruity ester and water is formed, which goes into your body and it kind of neutralizes the acid. The lemon that you add is not as much, it is a weak acid, but the sugar that you add has got lots of alcoholic groups. So the acid in your stomach also gets neutralized as a result of the Nibu Pani that you drink. So you take interest in the chemistry there. Take a look at the soil outside, if you go out in the garden and you take a look at the, okay, thank you. So if you go out in the garden, what do you see? We see that the soil, if you take the example of hydrangeas, I've got hydrangeas in my garden. And if the soil is acidic in nature, the color of the hydrangea flower would be blue. And if the soil is basic, the color of the hydrangea flower would be pink. This is so interesting. If you just add an aluminum salt to the soil, in about 1 or 2 years, the soil becomes sufficiently acidic in order to turn the pink hydrangeas into blue hydrangeas. And if you want to turn the blue hydrangeas into pink hydrangeas, you add a calcium salt, like calcium hydroxide, lime, and add it to the soil, and in a year or 2, you'll start getting pink hydrangeas. So the acidity or the basicity of the soil can affect the color of a flower. Imagine if that chemistry is so important, is so visible to your eyes, you should not be surprised when you say that I'm eating this food in this state and it tastes different, and when I eat food in another state, it tastes different. It tastes different because the soil in which it grew is different. It had different minerals. Therefore, the chemistry of that food is different. Although you're eating the same vegetable in different places, it tastes different. The water in different places tastes different due to the dissolved minerals, right? So I would like you to really pay attention to little things around you and be interested in chemistry. Then another example is based on solubility of compounds. You all use perfumes. And when you use perfume, have you noticed the labels, whether the perfume is water-based or is it alcohol-based? Water is an ionic solvent and alcohol would be a non-polar solvent. So if the perfume is alcohol-based, it means that perfume, that substance which has been added, is soluble in a non-polar solvent. And if it is water-based, it has a polar solvent. So just try to read the labels of the different cosmetics that you use, the different foods that you eat, the different supplements that you're taking, and you'll learn more about chemistry. So much so that the cleaners that we use in our house, they can be very harsh. The cleaners, let us say that there is a sticker on a bottle and you remove the sticker and you can't remove the gum behind the sticker. You're scrubbing it with soap, but it doesn't come off. So what do? Again, it's chemistry. The soap is an ionic solution. It is not easily going to remove the gum, which is not soluble in soap, but will be soluble in a non-polar solvent. So rub it with a little bit of oil. It'll dissolve in the oil and then you can clean it off. So chemistry there also. Take an example of atomic energy. Atomic energy is used in warfare and the same atomic energy is used to generate electricity, right? Yes, I am reading your requests that upload periodic table. मैं कौन सी country में रहती हो? US में. How can we learn chemistry? Yes, I'll be coming to that. How can we learn chemistry? You keep posting your questions. I'll go back to them. I'll read all of them and I'll keep getting back to you about them. Right now, let me just talk about what I have in mind to tell you. Then, synthetic clothes that we wear. Are you aware that synthetic clothes are basically plastic? Many clothes these days are made out of recycled plastic and they are sold on Amazon as recyclables. That you take bottles from garbage, you turn that into a nice soft fiber and then turn it into a fabric, and they are sold at really good prices. But they are recyclables, they are environment friendly. So synthetic clothes are actually plastic clothes. Whenever you are dealing with food, drugs, cosmetics, anything that you're going to use inside the human body or on the human body, you have to be careful about the pH of that substance and the toxicity. If the pH is If the pH of the substance is not close to the human body, it can either burn, it can burn your skin, it can burn your insides, it can have bad effects on you. But and the same with toxicity. The substance that you use on your skin inside should not be toxic, it should not be poisonous for you. Therefore, whenever in these industries, that is food, drugs, cosmetics, the toxicity and the pH level of the substances being used is very important. So when you go in for anything, always be alert about what is the pH of the substance that you're using. Is it friendly for the human body or not? And last point, just to relate chemistry with everyday life. Are you aware that when you are happy, you smell different? When you are sad, the human body smells different. Every person has his own unique smell. But when you are sad, your smell is different. When you're happy, your smell is different. When you're in love, your smell is different. So the chemistry of the body changes even with the emotion that you have. That is how intricate and how, everything that you can think of is related to chemistry. So chemistry is not a subject to be afraid of, or not a subject to feel it is dull, drab. Take interest in it and actually try to understand the chemistry. Just having knowledge or to clear exams is not enough. But if along with the knowledge comes understanding, that is when the joy of a subject or anything in life begins. Now coming to the question of that child who wanted some tips on how to prepare. You have, let us say, you have a book like in the 11th standard, you have 14 chapters, and in 12th you had 16 chapters, and 3 of which have been eliminated. And these chapters are Unit 6, General Principles and Processes of Isolation of Elements, Unit 15, that is Polymers, and Unit 16, Chemistry in Everyday Life. So these 3 chapters have been eliminated. You're now left with 13 chapters. Whatever time you are left with, let us say that you have, I'll just give you a hypothetical idea that I have 1 year. I just took admission. I just was promoted to a class. And I have these many chapters to prepare. In the 12 months that I'm left, I just completed my exams of the previous class and now I have 12 months. So 1 month I'm giving myself relaxation. I'm just going to enjoy myself. Then 1 month, keep it spare for holidays during the year, or maybe you fell ill, or you could not really keep your target. So keep about a month and a half of that cushion period that you're just saving those days. Then what you do, whatever remaining days, months you are left with, divide those remaining months with your chapters. Divide your chapters equally into those remaining months. Then look at the weightage of the chapter. Sometimes, and you yourself have an idea what is your stronger point. Are you better at physical chemistry? Are you better in organic, or are you better in inorganic? For that portion where you feel you're not very confident, give yourself a little extra time. That place where you feel you're confident, give yourself just reasonable time. Do not make it so short that out of your overconfidence, you actually do not perform in that area where you thought you were good. So give it enough time, and in that way, divide all your chapters. After doing that, now you have to divide your syllabus into the whole year. Give it months. In this month, I'm going to do these 2 chapters. This month, 2 chapters. This month, 2 chapters. Then give yourself a weekly target. That if there are 2 chapters in 15 days, I have to do 1 chapter. Now I have to give myself a weekly target. So if this is my weekly target, that this is what I have to prepare in 1 week, be serious about it. You have to complete that in 1 week. Give yourself a certain number of hours for a subject that I'm going to spend, let us say, and always remember the first most important thing about preparing is to not burden yourself in the end. Always divide your studies so evenly and so smartly that you study throughout the year without really stressing yourself up. And yet you prepare better than what you would have done if you just woke up one day and realized, oh my God, only 1 month is left and now I have to start studying. Be very systematic throughout with your preparation. Now the last 2 months should be only for revision. So what are you left with? Then divide your time in those chapters. Then whatever target you've given, weekly target that you've given yourself, accomplish it. Do it. Let us say you were sick, you weren't well, you had to visit someone, you had visitors over, you suddenly made plans with your friends and you went out for a day. Whatever. If you skipped a day, you have to cover it up. Tell yourself, promise yourself, I have to cover this up. And not cover this up that you postpone the entire thing. I have that 1 month cushion period, so I'm going to just postpone everything. No. You take that portion, divide it into the remaining days of the week. Let us say you have 3 days remaining in the week and you kind of messed up or you fell ill on Monday or Tuesday. For the remaining days of the week, you divide that portion that you should have done on that day, divide it equally and finish it within the same week. Over the weekend, prefer to revise whatever you did through the week. So 5 days you are preparing new topics, and on Saturday and Sunday you are revising whatever you did on those 5 days. So that way you will, whenever you revise, remember, it solidifies the concept in your mind. Repetition in chemistry is extremely important. Then if you have to make a practical file, use your television time to make a practical file. All those things where you're copying down stuff, you have to make a project work, use the time where you are doing mindless things and do those things in that time. Like, do not keep a proper time where you do not have to use your brain. Don't waste your hours on that. And don't waste your study hours on that. You just focus on the work that you have to do. You're watching TV, you're just enjoying yourself, and you're making your diagrams, you're making your file. So that's easy. Another very important thing, include exercise in your life. Your health is the most important thing. It is the most valuable. So if your health is good, you will actually have a better mental capacity. You will have better memorization. You will memorize things better. You will retain them better, and you will reproduce them better in the examination hall. So please what was I saying? I started reading the comment. Yes, exercise every day. And the last point, if you can, make it a habit of meditating for 5 to 10 minutes every day. As soon as you wake up or when you're going off to bed, close your eyes. Whatever you've learned, let it go. Take it easy. And when you are relaxing is the time when you should really let go. Relax, enjoy. So, and trust me, if you are systematic and sincere, not with anybody else, just with yourself, you'll excel in the examination. And not only would you excel in the examination, you will love the subject. So these are the things that I wanted to share with you. There's another question that kids often ask me: how do I choose a supplementary textbook, a supplement for the NCERT? I'll just answer this and then I'll wind up today's video. I'll read some of your comments and then finish it off. When you have to choose a supplement, go to the library, take as many supplementary readers as you can, take one topic and read that one topic in every book. You will notice that there is one particular book whose approach to a topic gels well with you. There is no one good book. All books have the same content. The only difference is in the approach, the way a person teaches, the way a person explains that. And that has to gel with you. So it doesn't matter if your friend feels that book is the best or somebody else feels that book is, you just decide for yourself. When you take that one topic, which was the book that really made you feel comfortable? Then go back the second day, choose another topic. A very random, let us say you chose one topic in physical chemistry, one in organic, one in inorganic. For 3 days, keep visiting the library and read the same topic in the 5 books or whatever number of books are there. Then After going through the same topic, let us say you chose 3 topics. In 3 topics, you will start making a list. Okay, this was first, this was second, this was third, and I liked. You will realize that there would be one particular book or maybe 2 books that you feel are, they gel well with you. You understand better from those books. Choose those books. Buy one and go to the library for the second one. I would not say the NCRT is definitely the best book. After reading every other book during your examinations is the time when kids realize that, oh my God, NCRT had everything. But it takes time to really realize this. You realize that only when your preparation has been good. So I'll just read a few comments here. Ma'am, please upload full periodic table learning trick with guitar and singing. Full table as sequence wise. I'll try. I have no one to play the guitar for me. Oh, it's running so fast. Please suggest English, physics lectures. I have no idea. Exactly. Any ET tips? The tips for any examination are the same. They are the same. Just know your syllabus and know what you're doing. I just somehow found your channel on this Teacher's Day. Thank you. NET, where do you live? I live in New York. No, I'm not a professor in America. I used to teach for a little time. Can I make chemistry subject? Of course you can make chemistry strong, Harshita. Why not? Any subject, trust me, even if you do not know a subject and you learn it for the first time, you can make it strong. It's just that you should be determined, and remember, you should not expect the subject to love you. You have to make a little effort to love the subject. And the things that I told you, relate it to yourself. And the more related you feel to it, the more love you will feel for it, and you will not feel bad working hard for it, whatever subject it is. How to stay motivated? You have to keep yourself motivated. Come to my channel. I'll try to motivate you. NET, ma'am. Always speak English. मैंने इंग्लिश में अपनी सारी पढ़ाई की है और इसलिए मुझे इंग्लिश ज़्यादा कंफर्टेबल लगती है, क्योंकि जब आप जिस सब्जेक्ट में आप जिस लैंग्वेज में पढ़ते हो तो आपको एग्ज़ाम्स भी उसी में लिखते हो, तो उसमें ज़्यादा आप कंफर्टेबल होते हो. 11 घंटे पढ़ना चाहिए. 11th में कितने घंटे पढ़ना चाहिए? वेरी सब्जेक्टिव. आपकी प्रिपरेशन कितनी है, आपको कितना, आपका कॉन्फिडेंस कितना है, कोई दूसरा पर्सन नहीं जानता. अकेले बैठो कमरे में, रात को बंद करो दरवाजे और टेबल पे बैठ के सोचो सिंसियरली अपने साथ कि मेरी प्रिपरेशन कितनी है, मेरी स्पीड पढ़ने की क्या है, मेरी रिटेंशन की कैपेसिटी क्या है. हर बच्चे की रिक्वायरमेंट अलग होती है. एक बच्चा ऐसा होता है जो 2 घंटा पूरे दिन में पढ़ता है और उसको सब कुछ आता है. एक होता है जो 10 घंटे पढ़ता है और उसके बाद भी उसको कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आता है. तो इट डिपेंड्स ऑन यू, इट्स वेरी पर्सनल. How much time should I dedicate? Balance all subjects. But you know, if you are spending, let us say, even 1 hour every day, you're giving it to chemistry sincerely throughout the year, you're giving yourself 365 hours, which is not bad. And trust me, आप सिर्फ 1 घंटा नहीं दोगे. When you start doing it, you'll spend more time. What is your confidence? What is your preparation thing? Yeah. Yes, I have started making videos in Hindi. मैंने हिंदी में वीडियोस बनानी शुरू की हैं क्योंकि बहुत बच्चे मुझे रिक्वेस्ट करते थे कि हिंदी में बनाओ. और वही बात है जो मैंने टेक्स्ट बुक के लिए बोली थी कि कई बार, एंड जो बच्चे, जिन बच्चों के लिए मैं इंग्लिश में बनाती हूँ, वो मुझे अक्सर, द किड्स आई मेक वीडियोज फॉर इन इंग्लिश एंड I've made more than 400 videos. They usually tell me that there are so many Hindi channels, so don't make videos in Hindi, make them only in English. But what about the children who really want to study? Maybe they want to understand more from me. And if I spend a little extra time for their sake and they are benefited, I would like to do it. You know, there are kids in villages who are unable to understand English. So why not help them? The idea of starting this channel was to be able to help as many children as I can. तो अब वो सारी 400 वीडियोस तो अभी पता नहीं मैं कब बनाऊंगी, लेकिन अब मैंने हर वीडियो जो बनाती हूँ उसको मैं इंग्लिश में पहले और फिर हिंदी में बनाती हूँ. तो आप उसको जितनी भी वीडियोस हिंदी में अवेलेबल हैं उन्हें देखिए, बाकी इंग्लिश में समझने की कोशिश कीजिए. What's more important, theory or numericals? In chemistry, theory is more important, but numericals help you to score. If numericals are, let us say, 20%, that 20% is your, you can get full marks in that. So it is important. Oh, this is running so fast. Thank you so much, ma'am. That's all I could say. Thank you so much. Okay. Can you please upload? Okay, I'll read your requests and I'll definitely get back to you. You can keep adding more of your requests and questions, and I'll decide my videos and I'll plan my videos accordingly. So with this, I think I should wind up. It has been such a pleasure to talk to you. I only take classes, and this is the first time when I thought I'll just interact with you a little. I did one little video on a day before the board examinations to tell you what to do just a day or two, when just a day or two is left for your exam. So, but I'm going live for the first time. I hope it motivated you, it helped you a little, and I would love your feedback. And I'll definitely go through each one of your questions and try to include your suggestions in my videos. So thank you for watching, and bye-bye for now.